Alright, the game is about, or I guess draft is about to start. I'm just going to fire through the player highlights real quick. Featured matchup is Blake versus Cam. I believe they've only played against each other one time. Blake picked the Lilia into Cam's Ornn, a matchup that Cam actually suffered the wrong end of in his last game. So it'd be interesting to see if something like that happens again. Blake has a very solid stat line top, whereas Cam has not played too much in the top lane overall. And then real quick, Dave, 81 games, 53% win rate, 3.12 KD, 34 champs played. Very impressive. And then Zach, a newer player to the server, 13 games, 7 champs played, 53.8, similar to Dave's win rate, and a 4.18 KD, insanely impressive. And then quick, here are the featured champions. I'm expecting to see a GP ban, probably that a Nivea band as well, but impressive champions from pretty much everyone on the board. Swapping over to draft, it should have started already. Not entirely sure why it hasn't yet. I'm just going to dip back over, look at the champions to watch. Zach has still yet to die on the Misfortune mid pick. Garrett has an impressive Sivir, and the champion is pretty strong right now. Both supports have Nami as a power pick for them, so it could be interesting to see a prio given to that champion, but I don't expect that to happen in the meta.
Nami. I'm going to assume it's going to be pick ban all series.
I honestly don't think so. I think they're going to leave it up and force them to choose between the other OP picks. There's just too many good picks right now. I don't think...
Because neither of them are necessarily Nami one-tricks. We have a few one-trick players in the server, but
yeah,
both
I mean, if Layla doesn't get the Nami, she'll probably play Karma, and Michaela has a champion pool, so...
Yeah. I'm going to assume, as usual, though, we're going to see high priority on Seraphine as well.
Maybe. I think with these teams, we might not, actually, which could be interesting. I'm expecting to see the Swain taken off the table, though. I can't imagine that champion being allowed to get through. I'd also expect to see Healy's and Nivea gone, and Gould's Vi has gotten banned a lot as well. I know the Wukong is also a really powerful pick for Mimaw's. It's going to be interesting. It looks like a
Clawseted Cam does play the Wukong top, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So we've got a bit of a flex there. Strong champion.
Yeah, I think it probably will get left up until a later round, which I think means that Mimaws will probably just grab it. I don't see a world in which they don't. I don't know if it's worth a ban, though. I know it's a really good pick, but I think banning the one trick over the flex is probably better, especially because Wukong top is like not particularly good right now.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's worth a first round ban. Certainly, if it's left up by second round, that would be one of the things I'd be expecting them to get rid of.
Sure.
But I think we could definitely see that on like R3 or something.
Yeah. I will say it is cool. Both teams are actually running main roster. I feel like it's been a while since that's actually happened in a matchup. I'd love to see it or something. I am not entirely sure when the draft will begin. Not sure what's going on with Blake. I'm just going to head back over to the stats. Yeah, so that Wukong is actually featured for Gould here. I've played it twice, 1-1, 2.5 KD. Nothing like super impressive, but that's definitely like a solid champion for him. I don't expect to see the Maokai this game. Chimmy's Zac is probably going to be super high prio this game, especially because the Udyr is currently disabled as it is a new champion. But everything else on the board I think we've covered. Dave, as usual, will probably not whip out the Ashe, even though he has a good track record on it. He tends to like to mix up his picks. Doesn't play too much of anything repeatedly. I guess we can kind of spotlight that with his player spotlight. Because he's what 81 champ. I see he's averaging like 2 games per champ, which is pretty low. All right, we're into the draft. Healy's in the V just instantly banned. That's pretty much just as expected. Looks like the Zac is going to get taken away. I think they feel like the Udyr's off the table by default, and Zac is kind of like his other next best option. So even if they weren't normally going to double ban him out, they get to kind of do it for free because of the champion disable. Looks like Senna's getting taken away. I don't know if anyone on that team would even play Senna, and I think that means either Swain or Vi are going to get left up in addition to probably the Wukong also. I know Senna is a good champion.
I would expect the Vi to be going away over the Swain, probably.
Probably. I don't know. Yeah, I just think it's interesting for Clawseted Furries in particular to be the ones leaving up to Swain. They could just first pick it though.
They might be.
Yeah. So Zac's Luxus is taken away. That makes sense. He has kind of been a menace on that champion, and I know Healy and Mimi both play it, but they might not want to have to pick it to take it away from Zac. You were right about the Vi. So we could see the Swain first pick this game. I'm not sure what this third ban is going to be. Could be interesting to see the Sivir, or if they think
it could be Swain.
It could be, yeah, but I wouldn't expect it to be. Nami's taken away, so I'm probably going to see the Karma getting locked in for Clawseted Furries at some point in the first half. Swain first pick, let's go.
Unsurprising.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's safer to just ban it, but I know that Blake has been playing it, and I think maybe Zac picked it up also, so that could be interesting. Sivir's on the table. I don't know if Dave is going to play it. For what it's worth, I highly doubt that the Swain will be going bot lane, but it is a viable champion in that lane, so I wouldn't be like shocked if it did. It looks like the other high prio pick is locked in.
Is like busted tier in 2 roles and decent in another.
Yeah, I mean, same with Swain, no?
Oh, I was talking about Swain.
Oh, I thought you said Seraphine.
Yeah, I mean, Seraphine also busted tier in 2 roles, okay in a third.
Yeah, but it looks like we're seeing the Yone locked in blind. I'm not a huge fan of it because I think it ruins the possibility of flexing the Seraphine into the mid lane. They could just be assuming that the Swain's going to be in a solo lane and just put the Yone to counter it wherever it is. Soraka Karma insta-lock? Good God. I'm willing to bet hella money that Blake is playing Soraka top.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's a Blake pick for sure.
Oh, no, man. Not this. Not like this. I will also say...
Yeah, I remember being subjected to this well.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's a coin toss on if he's going to, like, perform or not. He will either Soraka top is going to be, like, 0-0-23 by like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Or, you know, 0-10.
Yeah. Okay. More bans are put into Chimmy. His Amumu getting taken away here. I'd expect this to be a Seraphine Sona bot lane, and then Yone is probably taking mid. I'm hoping to play into the Swain. I would assume. There's a lot. We have double enchantresses on both teams. I think that kind of cancels out some of the bad parts of having the Soraka top, because if you have double enchantress on both teams, it's like, you know, it kind of like both teams have the same weakness going on. I do think Yone is much better at dealing with double enchanter than Swain is though, but the rest of the draft is still there. Samira is taken off the table. I don't know why we're banning this. I don't think it's a good blind pick. And I feel like the bot lane is taken. Maybe I like have a terrible meta read here, but last time Mima's picked Samira, it was literally just... Oh, it's Cho'Gath. Okay, that makes more sense.
It was supposed to be Cho'Gath, not Samira.
That, you know, I'll actually... I'm glad that they agree that banning Samira is troll.
Yeah.
We have a consensus here.
And Michaela
and Master
Yi
Yi banned. Master Yi banned. Huge. I honestly don't know if Chimmy was going to play it or not, but it is cool to see that champion taken off the table. I will leak a DM I received to you, but I'm not saying this on stream.
Alright, let me see.
Spicy, spicy. Okay, it looks like Fiora's taken away as well. I know Blake just generally dislikes that champion. Honestly, this could be like a Soraka Karma bot lane angle. Like, so it's like a double enchanter to double enchanter, and then Swain top, because I don't know why Blake would be particularly scared of Fiora.
That would be so devious.
Yeah. Looks like Gould is going to be locking in the Volibear here. Unfortunately, the Monkey Flex is not picked up this game, even though it was left on the table, so that's interesting,
They
I
might
guess.
just pick the Monkey, though. Like, it's still not.
Yeah, but I'd assume this is probably going to be Volibear jungle. I don't think Volibear top is particularly good, and it's especially not very good into the Swain. I don't know. Okay, Jarvan locked in. I think that makes sense. The rest of Chimmy's champ pool kind of got taken away, so he's just going to go with something standard. Also, this way they get synergy with the Jarvan ultimate and Swain instead of losing to Jarvan ultimate with Swain last time. I think his Jarvan performance was actually pretty good. It just had the downside of trapping his entire team in Swain ultis the entire time, but if they're allowed to do that to the other team, it is quite good. So that's nice, for sure. I wonder what this last pick is going to be. Ezreal. So I believe that does mean it's going to be Soraka top or mid. I did think that there was a chance it was going to be Soraka AD, but I'm kind of like high-key glad it wasn't. That would have been
yeah,
quite
that
dumb.
would have been, well, I mean, we wouldn't have had to look at the bot lane for the first,
right.
like, you know,
I mean,
camera never would have panned down there.
I mean, I think you probably could have said the same thing about Seraphine Senna, but we all know how that match went on Sunday, Smile. But Ezreal Karma is one of like the better bot lanes in the game right now. So it's cool to see that locked in, and then looks like Ziggs is picked up.
Is this
probably?
Maybe this is a Yone top.
That could be it. It could be Yone top into Soraka, and then Ziggs mid into Swain. I think that's actually a pretty good matchup for the Ziggs. If
that's the case, I think Blake is currently crying. I think.
I mean, can Soraka
I can
not just
hear
like
Blake
silence
in my ear right
the Yone? Like, I don't know. He picked the Soraka after the Yone, so I'm assuming that he considered this as at least a possibility, but I don't know, man. This draft is so confusing to me.
I can hear Blake, like, I have heard him crying, pissing his pants about top lane matchups like this before. Cause like, can Soraka just like keep Yone away? Theoretically, yeah, but Yone gets in one time and she explodes.
Yeah. I don't know. Blake is doing a bit of egoing here, but you know, I believe.
Oh, what's new? I mean, he deserves to have the ego, you know? He's been
playing the game.
Smurfing on everybody all the time. One last season. You know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think you might be gassing this guy up a bit too much, but
no, he deserves it. He deserves it. Listen, there's a reason that, well, I guess his GP isn't permabanned anymore.
Oh, true. It got left up. He didn't pick it. I completely didn't even notice that. I just expected to get banned.
I think, like, unironically, Blake got his GP banned so much in scrims that he just stopped playing GP.
I think
now he doesn't play GP anymore. And
that was true
GP
for a little bit,
like,
but
he just doesn't play much GP anymore. Actually, let me see if I'm.
I think he picked the GP back up. My take was gonna be he's gotten the GP banned so much he doesn't even realize when they leave it up anymore. He just like assumes it's written off, but I don't know.
Let me check his recent. Oh, he is back on the GP wave.
Yeah, I told you.
Most played champion in the past 30 days.
Oh, I'm getting some messages in the League of Legends. Yo, not an ego when Soraka wins the matchup, LOL. I mean, honestly, like, my bad, like, I don't
I'll
know.
believe it. I'll believe
I
it.
mean, I think it makes sense with the silence. Like, I if I
Sure.
had to guess, I would have assumed it was a winning matchup for her. But you seemed confident, so I was like, I'll go with that.
No, I don't. So I wasn't necessarily saying that Soraka loses that matchup. I was just saying that Blake was upset about playing into Yone.
Gotcha. Blake says, yeah, well, Anne thinks Viego is good, so guess your own.
I guess I am owned.
Yeah, all right. I'm
You're
gonna
the one
just
who's really owns not playing Viego. Champ is fun.
something.
Champ is cool.
All right, just gonna whip up the past performance. Blake has played
And
Soraka before. I don't know if
Champ
this
is
is
good
top
too if you
lane.
don't build Divine Blunderer,
So true.
Divine Surrender.
But yeah, I believe this game for Blake was mid lane, where he lost, and Chimmy's game on Jarvan obviously gets caveated by the unfortunate whole team forgets how to play into Swain incident. Zach is first timing Swain here, but from what I've heard, he's been playing some of it by himself in the solo queue or the normal games. Garrett and Layla both have a 2-1 record with decent KDAs on this bot lane. I know that they've played it multiple times before. Cam and Gould appear to be first timing their champions. Healy is 0-1 with a not great KD on the Sigs, but I think he has a better matchup going into here, so I'd like to see it get better. I am assuming it's going to be Dave on the Seraphine. I think Michaela's Seraphine is like better statistically, but I don't know if what Dave's Sona is looking like. So Michaela has played Sona a couple times, has lost both times, but 2 KD on a loss is not terrible for sure. And Dave's stat line on the Seraphine looks pretty good. Looks like both bot lanes are probably just looking to scale up and have some good team fighting strength. We'll just have to see if the double Enchantress synergizes better with Swain, Jarvan, Ezreal, or Yone, Volibear, Ziggs.
I mean, I'm gonna put my money on the Swain Jarvan.
Me too. I think
Swain
they're
with
gonna
Enchantress
have...
sounds better than. I mean, Yone does like okay, and Volibear like okay, but Swain with Enchanters is like super strong, and then Jarvan for the lockdown. I don't
Yeah,
think
I mean,
that
they
Swain should
also...
ever die.
I don't think they have any way to burst down the Swain, which is his vulnerability after the changes.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if they like all 5 land their ults on him at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I think the Sona
But
ulti might be enough to do it, but he should just be able to play out of range of it. I don't know. Should be interesting. Going to look at the player matchups. I believe none of these players have played each other before. Oh, Blake played Cam. Right, we talked about that already. And then the champion matchups, no data for any of it. So really, really interesting data, guys. I think we have
he's
enough
got a
matches
real
to
unique
have
game going on.
good sample size going in here.
Woo!
So true. I don't know. Looks like the bans are, I guess, bullshit from the side of Furries. I'd assume that's talking about the best of 1 instead of best of 3. And then the other team appears to have banned Ego XD. They did not ban Xerath Draven. They banned Shinzao and Darius. So that's an actual fat L for them. Someone tell Cam he's a nerd that doesn't know it's Xerath Draven, but unfortunate, I guess. I don't know. I'm always a big fan of the Ego XD ban, but Blake maintains that Soraka is not an Ego pick, so...
I'll believe him. I'll believe him.
Yeah. I mean, looking at these compositions, I think I'm definitely liking Clawseted Furries a lot better. I feel like Ziggs and Seraphine are like probably the 2 main damage sources on Mimaws, because like Yone will do a lot of damage, but it's like kind of more focused on one person, so he'll probably end up having less output than the 2 mages. But Seraphine and Ziggs are probably just both going to build Leandries and do the same kind of thing. I feel like the Leandries is probably going to be pretty good against the Jarvan and Swain just in terms of numbers of damage, but you're not going to have enough burst to actually take out the Swain right away. So it could be interesting to see like a Ludens or something come out for the Ziggs just to have like faster burst potential in the matchup. our jungler has said the rocket top LMAO all caps.
Certainly a certified Blake pick. I think I mean, it was like the thing like a while ago, but no longer meta, and so it is now once again a Blake pick. One of the
Yeah.
patented. We love to see it.
I don't know. I think Blake has been attending the Church of LS quite often. I don't know if this is going to be like, you know, is he a sinner? Is he a saint? Who knows? I just think it's fun. These are actually the last two matchups of, or I guess this is the last match of the first round robin for both of these teams. So they're both going to resolve very close to the even point, but they will either resolve above it or below based on this game, which is kind of cool. Either of the top teams can drop their last game to tie with the winner of this game, and either of the bottom teams can win their last game to tie with the loser of this game in the standings. But we will simply have to see how it goes. Spectator delay down to about like a minute or so, so we should get into game not after too long. I don't know, I think during this game it'll be important to watch for the playmaking of the junglers in the early game. These junglers are not super high priority in like pro play at the moment, but I think they're much better at this skill level where people are more likely to make mistakes. So you're able to go for more proactive plays with these like early playmaking junglers. And I think whichever team is able to snowball a lead early might have the advantage throughout the rest of the game, just because both comps are like pretty similar. And I know Clawseted Furries has a bit of a reputation for getting huge leads early on to the game and maybe not being able to close out as much. But I think Mimaw is also just like a very solid mechanical team, so it could be interesting to see like who's actually able to get the leads and keep them throughout the rest of the game. Well, also say I don't.
At both drafts, I think there's a pretty clear center point to each that they're kind of relying on to get ahead and carry. There's like if Swain or Yone gets
Yeah, I was
strong,
just
the
about to
game
say.
becomes really hard for the other team. So
Yeah, not only
those
that.
are in different lanes, so it's possible that both of them get strong. And I think in that case,
It's execution.
that's probably a win
I
for
think.
Clawseted Furries because.
Well, if Yone gets ahead enough to one-shot the Swain, then it doesn't matter.
That's true.
I don't know. I think it's also important to note that I don't think
One of those
either
champions
team
can build a stopwatch and
true.
not like avoid Yone stuff.
Yeah. I think both
Or
teams only
get locked
really
down by
have
Darwin.
one lane that they can gank that has any sort of setup. Like, I think the Yone and the Swain are the only two people who are really going to get ganks. Because it's different to get too many plays off on the other champions.
Right, because Ezreal Karma just runs away, Seraphine Sona just like slows you and then runs away.
Yep.
Ziggs doesn't. Ziggs sits at his own tower and farms the wave from the other side of lane.
Yep.
And Soraka.
I have once again loaded into the game before spectator delay is up, so it will be on screen shortly. Alright, here we go. It's a lot of Doran's rings this game, not gonna lie. Got like a solid 4.
So Clawseted Furries were the first to buy their items and get out onto the map, so I think they win. It's over.
True. Oh, we're seeing. Okay, we're actually seeing early gameplay. I know. Okay, Blake is. Oh, yep. Gould's just gone here, right? Yeah. Smart of him to hold the flash, but first blood to Ezreal. That's kind of huge.
And an assist for every single other member.
Yeah, I mean, that gives them what, like 25, 45, 65 gold? Like, basically nothing. Garrett's able to start the game with another longsword. Michaela has called first blood for Blake, and he didn't get it. So apparently that means they lose the game. Unfortunate.
Yeah, with the Sarasona lane, I'm not sure how much the extra gold on the Ezreal early is going to do, just because like
I mean,
that lane is not looking to be boxing anyways.
Yeah, it prevents him from being punished for the tier start, which I think is good.
True.
Our jungler has said that Force of Nature is huge on both Jarvan and Swain this game, so could see that come out. It kind of will just mitigate Ziggs, Seraphine, and Sona, so could be fun to see. Yeah, I forget who was saying it, but someone was saying that the only team that really goes for like super aggressive early plays is Clawseted Furries, and they kind of keep that reputation this game, able to secure the first blood before, like, I guess it was basically at 1 minute, so.
Yeah.
Blake and Cam are trading pretty aggressively in this lane. Blake has missed a few CS, but that is just part of playing the matchup, yeah. Layla and Garrett are playing pretty aggressively in this lane. I think that makes sense considering they had level 2, but I honestly don't think either of these bot lanes have any real like kill threat.
No. They both have so much.
Zach is playing this lane pretty early. He's hitting some good pulls.
Swain, definitely not the strongest early game champion, but if your opponent, if you don't respect him, there's certainly...
Yep. Alright, Healy's flash blown instantly. Jarvan, huge. Our jungler has claimed that blue side wins draft. Easy, not even close, so... I think we kind of agreed with that. Oh, Chimmy's right back here. Healy, no flash. Oh. Swain's able to hit the slow. Probably doesn't need anything else. Oh, no. Stays in tower range.
Oh, no.
Oh, yikes. I was hoping for an early like flash E on the Swain, but Healy played that really well to not die.
Yeah, the satchel was crazy.
Yeah. And now there should be a play coming down onto Zach here in the mid lane, unless he can get out. Believe they had vision of the Volibear walking up, though.
He gets the wave pushed in.
Yeah, I think that ward right there was able to spot him out.
Volibear hanging around topside, but Yone's been pushed in the whole game, and I don't think there's anything that's actually going to happen there.
Yeah, I mean, once Volibear hits 6, then it matters. Sure okay, Chimmy gets a knockout. Garrett flashes, or Garrett arcane shifts forward, but isn't able to get anything. Blake is trading very aggressively, yeah.
Here.
I don't know if he's able to win this because he has the level disadvantage here.
Maybe he was just trying to stop the wave from crashing.
Potentially.
So just keep Yone in lane for a bit.
Yep. Chimmy's been doing a good job of like applying pressure onto the lanes, but isn't actually able to pick anything like too serious up there.
Yone very low.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that should just be a kill.
Oh,
well played. Even though a lot of pressure has been put mid, it's not enough to actually get a CS lead for the Swain.
Dodges the EQ with the satchel.
Yeah, the lanes from Mimaw have been playing well enough here to kind of flip the gold advantage in their favor. Generating about like 1,000 gold lead just from farming. And the kill.
Considering
from
the first blood going to the other team is very impressive. So I will say that I think Clawseted Furries, if the game stays even, I think their draft gives them an edge.
Yeah. Looks like Volibear should be making a play on the mid lane here, but I think Zach should just be playing. Oh, never mind. He's posturing aggressively, but Volibear already left. The Ghost is down, but Swain has no ulti. He should be able to just run away here. Yeah. Looks like they're calling it off because the Jarvan's here. They don't want to lose the Ziggs for it, but Cam's actually coming down for the play. Chimmy's just out over the wall, though. EQ. I'll just keep saying EQ. I think it'll traumatize you. Okay. Zach actually does get hit here. The Soraka ult bails him out. Gould tries to flash, doesn't actually get it. Chimmy is just full sending onto Healy. I don't know if anything happens here. Zach doesn't have flash, though. I don't know why he walked up so close there, and Gould's able to just walk over and kill him.
Yone has a bit of a scary situation for the Soraka. The
Yeah.
Soraka, you know...
Especially with no ult for Soraka.
The big thing that Yone wants to be able to do in this is say, okay, this is a support.
Oh, Chimmy for real gonna die here.
Yeah, that's
Flashes the Yone ulti, so he
Flashes
should
the
be
Yone
fine,
ult,
but
he'll be fine, but has to burn his ult there. So that means that Soraka is safe for a little while longer.
yeah.
Yone definitely looking for kills in that lane. If he's able to do that and take advantage of Soraka not being like
The best laner.
duelist,
Yeah.
then he can win this claimed counter matchup.
True.
I think what Soraka probably... I mean, I would assume that the counter is just like Soraka doesn't have to engage
Yeah.
with the Yone. You can stop the snowballing champion from snowballing. Which is not quite what's happening.
I think he's holding the lane
what?
pretty even, and I think Soraka probably just does more than Yone late game. That's my assumption.
I guess it's just a question of how much, like,
I mean,
not ahead
Blake is
are
kind
you
of going
trying to
sicko
be.
mode on this. Like,
Yeah, as I was saying, like, oh, Soraka not the strongest duelist, like Yone just getting his teeth kicked in.
yeah. Yeah, this lane is pretty rough for the Swain. I feel like Zach's doing a decent job of the lane, but it's tough to really take too much advantage of it.
Yeah, win condition for the Ziggs is, I mean, Swain scales well, obviously,
Yeah.
but falls off a little bit in the very late game where Ziggs
Looks
is going
like a potential
keeping
4v4
broken.
down here. Swain has flash and ulti and is looking for a flank, but it's a 4v5 actually because Yone is down here.
Ghost is
Blake has no
coming up
TP.
very soon, but
Zach's
he's
probably just caught out here. He
very
might have to
caught out.
flash out. He's
Does
holding
not
the flash. He
flash.
ults here.
Ult,
Yeah,
but,
I don't know. I probably would have just taken the flash over the wall there. It's a bit unlucky.
Now all 5 members of Mimaw is hanging around the dragon. I think they're just going to have to give.
Yeah, I mean, Jarvan could go for a steal over the wall. He is quite good at it. He gets the control over, but he's getting zoned by, like, the whole team. The ult comes out, but Cam just has to go back. I don't know if that was the best usage of ult there. Especially if he could just
Certainly
kill Blake
keeps-
later. Blake,
Yeah,
in the meantime,
I mean,
has
certainly keeps
basically caught
Jarvan
up in
off
CS.
of it, but I'm not sure he needed to do that to keep Jarvan off of it. I think
Yeah.
Jarvan was probably already running. It's not the world's longest cooldown, though.
True. Yeah, it's already like a quarter of the way back up. Yeah, those kills are starting to add up for Mimaws. They have about 1,000 gold lead here. Oh, this could be the play. Able to knock up Ziggs after, like, mid-W, but it's just not enough. The Ziggs champion is just too safe to really get kills on, I
So
think.
as I was saying before Dragon Fight started to happen, Swain scales well, but is mostly like mid-game champion, where Ziggs is
Yeah.
gonna keep outputting damage. So how Ziggs win this lane is he just out CS's and doesn't get ganked and
Yep.
doesn't die, which has not died is up in CS.
Yeah, no, Healy's been playing really well. And it looks like Clawseted Furries is going to lose the Rift Herald as well.
Ooh,
A lot
very
of
close.
tower shots been taken by Swain this game. But this is going to be a 3v2. Blake does have flash for the wall.
Flash for flash.
Silences, but does not choose to pop the blast cone. Ults himself wall ignited, getting decreased value there. A Cam might be caught out here, but Zach flashes into the Jarvan ulti, which kind of traps him. Oh no, the Volibear passive gets that. And this fight's just gone too long, so Ziggs is here.
Soraka heals her teammate, dropping herself low enough to die to Volibear passive.
Yeah,
very,
that
very
was
sad.
tragic.
You hate to see it.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Jarvan ulti with the Swain inside of it is only good if the people that you trap in it can't just Q3 out.
Yeah. And the Volibear isn't just gonna kill you.
Yeah, I mean, Swain is also sitting on, like, no damage. Like,
Yeah,
at
Rush
best, he had 2
treads.
amp tomes there.
Which I do think into, like, as much as he's been getting ganked and with the, you know, landing into the Poe champion, I do think the Merc Treads might be the right choice, but...
You can't play like you bought something else.
Yeah. Like, you can't be playing for the early skirmishes like you've been building your AP.
Yeah. This could be another kill on
this team
Submit.
doesn't, like, into their top, like, the 2 top sides of the map, Closeted Furries does not want to be fighting that, like, 3v3 or 2v2.
Yeah.
They lose that for sure at this stage of the game.
Yeah. Garrett has been playing really well here.
His,
he has the first item of the game, or first completed legendary item in the game, I'll say, but I don't know. They're just going to have to hope that Ezreal's able to output enough damage to kind of offset the leads that the other team has, because if I'm Ezreal, I'm terrified of this Yone and the Volibear. Both have, like, huge leads. Alright, this looks like it might be a 3v3 bot lane. Actually, no, it is 4. It is 5. Okay, they have just committed their entire team to come down. Garrett does a good job of getting damage down before the fight with his ultimate, but I don't think it's enough. They just have to back out here. Both solo laners for Clawseted Furries are backing as there's a 5-man rotate down bot with Rift Herald. I think that is a really unfortunate macro play. I don't know, because
it looks like they're
bot side is just kind of a lost cause.
We're gonna see.
Yeah, we might just see the 5v5
in the bot lane at 15 minutes.
Yep. Shimmy goes in, but gets charmed up. The tower's disabled by Gold here. Soraka all comes down, could be enough. Gold's trapped, should be a kill onto him.
Is under tower.
If Swain's able to get a pull here, 3-man pull. He's crazy.
Oh, the Swain ult goes down.
That's tragic. Oh, and Cam goes in. That's deadly.
Huge
Gets a kill on the Blake there.
Losing the Swain ult just completely ruined that fight for them. Very, very tragic.
I mean, ideally, if there's a 5-man commit, you're able to send your 2 solo laners to take towers, but neither Swain nor Soraka really have any tower threat, so it's just a tough call to make there, especially when they don't end up winning the fight.
Cam with some fancy feet. So we were saying we liked the blue side draft a lot better once mid or late game rolled around, but Mimaw has used their early advantages so strong that they've got you know, big gold lead, objective lead.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Swain
They
is just too
almost
far
got 2
behind
towers
here.
in the bot lane. It's looking a little rough for Clawseted Furries. They do still have the scaling option, but they just kind of need to stem the bleeding until then, I think.
Yeah. I mean, Ezreal is doing well this game, but the rest of their team is just... Or I guess Karma and Jarvan are also doing fine, but the Swain that we wanted to see get really far ahead is doing pretty much the exact opposite, which is quite unfortunate.
Yeah.
The Ziggs counter pick was just really smart, I think. He does have ulti here. He should be able to pop it. Chimmy might be able to bail him out, but he's getting really low really quickly. And Healy's able to kill that, and then flashes out of the Jarvan ulti.
I don't think he's dead.
No, I don't think so either.
Well, bear ult already used.
Yeah. Gold is doing a really good job of punishing the proactive players on Mimaw's Kittens, and every advantage, or every time they try and push for an advantage onto the Swain, he just counter ganks and shuts it down. And now Dave is in pretty much an equal position to Garrett, which is quite unfortunate for Clawseted Furries as well.
Yeah, game is a little bit on the back of the Ezreal now, which, I mean, as far as champions for the game to be on the back of,
Not terrible.
Certainly not the worst. Swain would have been better, perhaps, but Ezreal certainly has carry power.
Yeah, and I mean, the good thing is, like, Garrett is definitely comfortable on Ezreal, so...
Yeah. It is not over by any means.
Yeah.
It's a little hard, but...
Healy might finally actually die here. He's, like, really far caught out. They're just going behind him at this point. He does have the W, though. He's going to stall this out really, really long, but I don't think there's any chance he gets out.
Yeah,
he has teleport, I guess?
Their team is coming to help. They've got too much CC. They can stop it real easily. Yeah, he's just dead.
Oh, he just went for the kill on the tower. You gotta respect it. But they lose second Drift Herald for this, which did get the buff to give it gold shared to the team. So it's a more worthwhile objective to pick up now.
And more health, so it, you know, charges for longer.
True.
I think we'll probably look to get mid tower with this.
Yeah, I think they're trying to collapse on Blake here, maybe? No, it looks like Volibear was going to, and then he just decided to go back down mid. Zach is trying to get a bot tower, but there are pings coming down to try and stop that.
Yeah, Blake has just been pinned under his tower this whole game.
Yeah, I mean, he was
it looked like his plan was to be pinned, well, rather like pinning Yone underneath the blue tower, just like freeze it there, and he kept that going for a while, but
yeah, I mean, I feel like he was doing well until those skirmishes started rolling the wrong way. I mean, Soraka is still going to be an insanely useful champion in the late game, but it's just,
but, you know, when
if Yone's allowed to just walk through and kill
early,
everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, Soraka less value.
It's definitely one of those games where it kind of shows how much ease of execution matters in a draft. Like, Ziggs and Yone's positions are way easier to play than Swain's and Soraka's here.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying Seraphine is like a brain-dead easy champion, but with the same resources as an Ezreal, I think it'll be a lot easier for her to get things done than the Ezreal would.
For sure, for sure. Yep, grabbing mid tower with the Herald.
Yep, and they should also just get the dragon off the back of that as well.
Map is wide open.
Yeah, unfortunately, Garrett's only able to hit one there and does not get a chance to steal it. Chimmy might be able to get the steal off here, though. Flag drag steals it. Good stuff from Chimmy, and he's able to just flash out instantly.
Clawseted Furries still in this
Volibear
game.
ult comes down. Zach has ghosted here, but he's just wasting time and hopefully some ultimates there. He did get both Yone and Volibear ults for that play, I think, so that's kind of worth for him.
So with Baron just spawned and Clawseted Furries being pushed to back, they might just look for it.
Yeah, might just be a Baron. I mean,
yeah,
Chimmy
like
is trying his best to salvage the game. Yeah. I mean, Ezreal ult might be back up in time to steal it, honestly. Oh, Chimmy's looking for another steal. There's no way he gets this one, though, right?
No shot.
Ezreal ulti is back up, though. Fires it early, gets him low, but Chimmy's getting kept out. Wait, Garrett's getting him super low.
Oh, here
the Seraphine ult comes down.
Charm.
Oh, that's just a kill.
And he's down.
Garrett's getting a lot of damage, but he got caught by the Yone knockup, so he's just dead.
Yep.
And that's 2 and a Baron over for Mimaw's. That's more than a 6k gold lead now. It's very, very rough. It's been pointed out to me that Jarvan has built steel caps this game. A bit of an L, but
that is certainly, you know, you were talking about the Church of LS earlier.
Sinner.
I think someone's about to be excommunicated.
Okay, Zach flashes in to keep the ult up, forces out a flash, might be able to get a kill here. Cam's getting low, but the double Enchantresses is making it way too hard for him to kill anybody.
Still alive, though?
Yeah.
I mean, this is what we were saying. If you can't burst down the Swain, like, even with as far behind as... Even with as far behind as the Swain is, that was still a little bit dangerously close to taking down the Yone.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't think the game has to necessarily be over right now. If Swain can somehow... If Swain gets... You know, there are a few shutdowns on some prominent members of Mimaw's Kittens, including 2 rather squishy Enchantresses.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't know who's going to kill them this game.
This is true.
I think their best option is hoping for the shutdown on
something happens, right?
Yeah. I'm just going to take a minute to look at the inventories here. We have Executioners calling on Yone, a Oblivion Orb on Ziggs, and the Putrefier on Seraphine, versus only the Putrefier on Karma for the other team. Chimmy's able to keep the blue buff to himself, prevents it from getting stolen away by Healy there, but this game is looking quite rough.
Just taking the tower while this is out? Yes,
yeah.
Sure is.
Clawseted Furries might be able to avoid dying here, but yeah, they get the Ziggs ult out as well. But Chimmy's able to stay alive. It's a bit of a rough situation, though. I'm not sure if Clawseted Furries really has a way back into this game. The steal from Chimmy really helped, but now Garrett's caught way out of position. He flashes, but I don't think it's enough. Chimmy goes to try and save him. Soraka ult comes down too. Garrett should just be able to walk out. I don't think they have enough upfront damage to get the kill. Chimmy and Garrett are still staying alive. Seraphine ult misses.
Pretty low.
Garrett's ulti is about to be back up. He might be able to pick someone off with it. I think Volibear might be in kill range, but he's not going to be able to hit him. The next dragon is up as Mimaw is pushing in for a top tower.
It might not matter. This might be... Depending on how much... Oh no, Baron's down, so I don't think it's an end angle, but...
Chimmy is just walking up into this. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's just dead? Not quite. Garrett's quite low and going in there. Yeah, I think they basically just lose Dragon for this, though, and they're down 10,000 gold at 25 minutes. Blake might be able to pick up a kill here? No. If he was able to get the silence down, Healy wouldn't have been able to get out, and it could have been enough damage to kill, but he also isn't really building any damage. It's possible Chimmy's able to get another steal here, but he doesn't have vision. He doesn't have a control word in his inventory. However, if Layla's able to get there in time, she should be able to get vision down, but they know that Chimmy and Garrett are there.
Well, I guess... So he's been excommunicated from the Church of LS for the steel caps, but he has no control words, so maybe he's allowed back in.
It's not like the control words.
LS hates control words.
Why?
He's like, they don't do anything. You're just wasting gold. You're
what?
Like he has a new game that he plays with Twitch chat, where players will back and he bets on whether they're going to leave base with 2 control wards that they immediately place and are taken.
Oh my god.
This is his new game with chat. He bursts into like tears of laughter anytime anyone buys 2 control wards.
Good god, man.
It's, you know,
Garrett might be caught out here. Cam might be able to get him with E3. Gold is sitting over the wall with Chem Tank, but Mason is saying that LS is fine with 1 control word, but not 2.
yeah.
Oh, okay. But Garrett has none and needs 1 for the steal. I honestly would have just sold the refill pot. I don't know. Or not Garrett. Jimmy. My bad. I feel like Clawseted Furries needs a miracle to win this game. It's just like a slow burn at this point.
And now they're gonna run over to the bot lane and do the same thing they've done to the other 2 lanes.
Yeah, they should just be able to end the game off that.
Grab the tutorial victory.
Yep. Garrett's been like playing his ass off this game, but it just doesn't matter. The tower is disabled, which I feel like is not maybe the best use of Oliver ult. Zach flashes in, keeps the circuit in. Okay, this could be huge. Cam's just getting a kill on the backside though. That's 2 for 0 at the moment. Oh, he hits 2 with ulti. This is a Swain 1v5 and it's just not gonna work.
Yeah.
Cam absolutely dominates this game.
Swain thinks so too. It's, yeah.
Oh, Healy was going for the double tower execute, but he didn't get it. Yikes.
You can call that one the Healy special. Well, if he got it, we would call it the Healy special. As it is, that's just nothing. Nothing at all.
Alright,
so
Cam, get in here if you're watching the stream. Smile.
Yep. We know who. Yeah. Wow. How does it feel to win a counterpick matchup?
Not bad.
Blake said he was gonna die, and I'm gonna out Blake here. I have to read our DMs quick.
Oh no.
Sorry, Blake. So we banned Ego XD, and he asks me, how is it an Ego when Yon loses the matchup?
Oh no.
No.
Not this.
Well, how did the matchup feel? So here's the question. Is Blake wrong about the matchup, or are you just so much of a better player?
No, it didn't feel like a counter matchup at all. Like I'll agree that like Soraka's silence kind of sucks for Yon's E and Q3, but generally, like, I don't know, I could just like leave lane and go do other things, and then come back and push lane, and then leave lane and go do other things, and come back and push lane, and I knew that Soraka was going to be sitting at the top, so it wasn't going to be a problem.
Yeah, it looked like he was doing a pretty good job of keeping the wave just like in front of his tower, not under it, and like kind of keeping you there for a while, but then you got that 1 kill and it was...
I definitely got super worried because Blake's wave management is a whole lot better than mine. So I didn't want to sit in lane and let him win that fight.
Right. But then you got ahead enough that you didn't have to worry about the waves, and you could just run around and be Yone. And
Yeah, I could do Yone things and just ult
yeah,
on
which
cooldown
you
and,
certainly did.
this champion is fair
Cam,
and he needs
just a heads
buffs.
up, your team thinks you suck.
I know. I think all of my team are MVPs. I think they should all get in here.
True. I mean, every lane did exactly what they needed to do.
Yeah,
It was
you
good.
just
It
did
was
it the showiest.
There we go.
Shout out to the bot lane for winning despite the first blood onto the Ezreal.
True,
Early.
true.
Huge.
Ezreal definitely has kill threat ever.
No, he does.
Not really. Not into Seraphine Sona.
Maybe.
I mean,
Bot lane saying they're
he
soft.
just
I
like
think-
he
I
hits
think-
Qs on you, and then you just press the healing
I
buttons,
think-
and then
I
it's like
think
he never hit
Karma-
you.
I think Karma Ezreal, like early, like if they wanted to, they can kill you.
That's fair.
I just feel like the Ezreal's a
Not
champion.
well. They
so-
can't kill your superstar bot lane.
Exactly.
Nope, not us. Nope.
Yeah,
Even if
like
they tried.
maybe rip to some other fool, but
True.
y'all
Yep.
build different.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna cut stream here. Thanks for watching, everybody.